Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing out. We got a special guest, came all the way from Philly.
Yes, sir.
It's my guy, DIR.
CEO.
CEO.
King.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
What's up, partner?
What's going on? Hit me with the partner. We in Texas, for real.
So I usually ask all my guests to start off with their story. Like their upbringing, like how they was like in their childhood, and then get to like where they at now.
Right. Well, I'm from Philly, inner cities of Philly. Grew up wanting to go to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Played football, Pop Warner. I don't know if it's called Pop Warner down here or not. But yeah, played Pop Warner football. Went to high school, played football too. But, I was like class clown, didn't want to go to school, stuff like that. Grades wasn't good. Come from a single parent household. My grandmom raised me. She passed away. So after she passed away, I was just pretty much like outside raising me. My dad not in my life. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she had me at a young age. She just working and living her life. So after football was like really like my, like I would say my parents in my life, you feel me? So, but once that was over, like once my grades wasn't good in high school and I couldn't like go to Division I college and continue to play football somewhere, it was like I went to Cheney, HBCU. And if anybody know about Cheney, it's like, that's the trap for real. Like, like they smoking and like, how in college, every dorm got a floor where they could like study at, little lounge area. People smoking on the floor, when I'm going to class, coming back from class. So, your environment is everything. So I adapted to my environment. I started selling weed in Cheney. And then that's when I got kicked out. In 2015, my second semester, I got kicked out freshman year. Court my first case at 18, and I was on probation from that. And my life just started to go like, I would say downhill. Catching case after case after case after I got kicked out of school back in Philly. And I just recently got off probation in October 2022 from that. So that was like my life before I was an entrepreneur, just selling drugs, weed, dope, Xannies, pills, that type of shit.
So let's talk about when you was on a run.
Right.
So how did that come about? Like, so you was like getting the credit, and then you like broke your probation?
So basically like I had a son. My son, he 4 now, but my son, he was born November 7, 2018. But then that's when I court a case down Kensington, Allegheny, a neighborhood in Philly, December 7, 2018. So basically, that's a month after he was born. So I was on probation still from, the case I just told you about in Cheney. So my probation officer told me to like, come turn yourself in. I see that you got a new case or whatever. And I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But I never went and turned myself in because it's like I ain't want to be taken away from my son. I ain't want to see him not crawl. All the little stuff that they be progressing so fast early on. So it's like I ain't want to miss none of that. So my mind changed right there at that moment. Like I can't sell drugs or I can't be in the hood because it's like I can't, anything that got to do with me coming across police, I'm not with it. So it's like I'm not driving. You gotta drive me every time if I hop in a car. If I need to get somewhere and I ain't got nobody to drive me, I'm on public transportation. Like I'm doing everything so I could just stay from having, conflict with the police. So happened, his mom, P.S. Milan, that I was telling you about, she went to Bloomsburg University. So that was like my little hideout spot. I was able to it was a blessing because it kept me away from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in her room all day watching my son while she could finish school. And and that's when that's when my life started to change, because I started, I tried to get a job at Walmart. This when I knew that it was real. Like, I tried to get a job at Walmart and they denied me because I had a felony on my background report. I'm like, damn, I can't get a job at Walmart. Like, it's real. So then that's when, I ain't like jump right into entrepreneurship. Even when I got up Bloomsburg, like I knew I had homies up there that was like selling drugs or whatever. So once I couldn't get a job at Walmart, I'm like, I hit my man up like, oh, bro, like, what's up? Like, you feel me? And then that's when it just didn't make sense. Like, I ain't no dummy or whatever. You mean, like I said, I ain't trying to get no police contact. It didn't make sense. All these white people up here, I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? It's all these white people up here, they already looking at me like, you selling drugs. I ain't got no college ID or nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. So, I came across big business on my phone, Instagram. Shout out to the internet. Shout out to Instagram. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs that's educating out here. I seen big business on my Instagram. He looked like me. He talking like me. He regular bull. So I gravitated towards him. Started learning little stuff, and then from him, I just started tapping in. Like, I would say he inspired me to get, and start me up. But then that's when I started watching other people like Grant Cardone, Tony the Closer, Dan Locke, Gary V, like all these different people on YouTube. Anybody that pop up on YouTube, I'm just watching all these stuff while I'm up Bloomsburg. And then that's when I would say, the first thing of entrepreneurship is like, educating yourself. So for 6 months straight, I was just educating myself, YouTube University, watching my son, playing the game, smoking weed, be honest, you know what I'm saying? But majority of my time was, I wasn't sleeping. When you locked in, you not sleeping. You waking up early. You be sleeping on like, I don't know how we be doing it, you know what I'm saying? But when you locked in, you locked in. So I was just, locked in, just learning. But the most important thing of it all is just to apply the information, because that's another learning experience right there, trial and error. So the first thing that I started doing was wholesaling. I
in real estate or
yeah, in real estate, yep, wholesaling. What else?
I think you thinking something else.
Amazon or something?
Nah, I'm just asking. You can wholesale.
Yeah, you can wholesale anything.
Yeah.
You can wholesale them Zannies.
Yeah, so that's what he was talking about. That's what he was talking about.
That's not what I was talking about.
He said wholesale it. Oh, you wholesale it? Okay.
I'm the plug.
That's not what I was saying.
I started off wholesaling. You know what I'm saying? And
what was the first house you wholesaled? What was like the comps?
I ain't never closed a deal wholesaling.
Oh, you never did?
No, nope.
Okay.
I ain't never closed a deal wholesaling. Like, I got close as far as like,
How much you was gonna make if you were to close?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Nope. I don't remember, but I was just hype about the little progress that I was making in wholesaling. Like, as far as like, you will learn to send out, to create leads. There's multiple different, you could send out mail, you could cold call. You know what I'm saying? I would say cold calling probably was the most effective thing at the time. But I send out, it was like a conversion rate of like 2.5% if you send out mail or something like that. And I sent out like 250 letters. And like 2 people contacted me back. I'm like, oh shit, these numbers, this shit making sense. Like, I was hype about that. But like I said, I never made no money wholesaling. But I know that it is people out here that's killing it in wholesaling. I just wasn't, one of the people that become successful at that. So, it's always about pivoting. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though as an entrepreneur starting out, you should do multiple different things, you know what I'm saying, until you figure out like, all right, this is what I'm going to fuck with, and I'm going to put all my eggs in this one basket. And that's what happened with me, The first business that I would say I started was selling food, because it's like, as an entrepreneur, that's what I label myself as an entrepreneur, but a lot of people may label me as the credit person or whatever, right? Because that's what I do. That's what I'm putting in front of their face, so they brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, as an entrepreneur, all we do is we figure out the market that we in and figure out what product or service can we provide to this market. So it's like when I was at Bloomsburg University, up college with my son mom, I'm like, what can I sell to these people up here? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought about food, you know what I'm saying? So that's when, you know, my son mom, her mom sell food and got like a membership at BJ's and stuff like that. So, you know, we got her mom to grab us some food. I think we had like food stamps, or her mom had food stamps. We grabbed some food, and I started selling platters up there, like 2 for $8. Fried chicken, fish, yams, mac and cheese. And now we got money coming in to, you know, help her pay the rent, or, you know, put money to our budget as far as getting envelopes or printing stuff out for wholesaling. But that was like chump change, you feel me? But it was, you know, same, you know, morals, principles of business being done. So I was happy, like I got a little emotion going on, putting things together. But after that, the next business I would say is a cleaning service, but I ain't make no money doing that neither. You know, cleaning service, all I gotta do is, let's say you charge, I don't know, $50 an hour, for example, you know what I'm saying? I go market out here and tell people I charge $70 an hour. And now it's like, if I get a job, I just contact you. And, you know, that's how we do it. But I ain't never make no money doing cleaning. So the next, and then it ain't nothing wrong with a job neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I'm doing this cleaning business, you know, the food, once we got from Bloomsburg, the food business was done. You mean, we could have bring it back to Philly, but, you know, that was done. So it's like I had an under the table job as well, you know. And the next business after the cleaning was, while I'm working at the job, I was selling cars. So that's when I finally figured out about credit, when I started selling cars. So it's like, shout out to Haitian CEO and Big Business, because they made a collaboration. Well, at the time, it wasn't no collaboration post, but Big Business brung Haitian CEO to his platform. And basically, Haitian CEO said, all you need is a 680 credit score and this, that, and a third, and you could get up to 100,000 per LLC. And I'm like, what? Well, I need to be focused on how I could get this 680 credit score, because everything else is going to be easy after that if I get this money. So then that's when I started learning about credit. But, you know, I got kicked out of school. So my student loans, when I finally checked out about my credit, my student loans was like shot, you know, it's in collections and stuff like that on my credit report charged off.
How old was you when you got kicked out of school?
2015, I probably was like 18, 19.
18, 19?
Yep, 18, 19. And then that's when I finally learned about the credit and stuff, probably when I was like 21, 22. So them couple of years from no payments being made on time, it ended up going to charge off collection. So when I finally learned about my credit, I needed credit repair from the rip. But my son mom, her credit was already good as far as like having the basic information of paying people. Like, she ain't had the advanced stuff, but she had enough information to say, you know what, I got a couple credit cards, I'm gonna make on-time payments. She ain't know about utilization and how to increase her limits and all this other stuff. So once I started learning about that stuff, like, I straight called the numbers on the back of her cards and asked for a credit limit increase, and we was able to get her American Express card from, like, at one point in time it was at like $3,000. Now that joint at like 15,000. You know what I'm saying? Just from a simple calling the number on the back of the card and saying, you know, asking for 3 times your limit.
Which one?
Which card was that?
Yeah.
The American Express Blue, cash every day.
Blue?
Yep. Called that, gave us 3 times the limit. I'm like, damn, we got a $15,000 credit card. That was like mind blowing. Like, damn, like we never had 15,000 in our life. You mean we got access to this type money? So then that's when, you know, like I said, I started selling the cars. I took her credit cards, and I just went to the auction. I started buying cars. You know, we come in neighborhoods, everybody drive the same type cars, you know, Hondas, Nissans, Grand Marquis, Grand Marquis. Let me just turn this on. Grand Marquis, Crown Vics, everybody drive the same car. So it's like, I feel as though that was the market that I'm in. I started grabbing cars from the auction that was like $2,000 or cheaper. And then that's when I sell them to people, you know, A to B cars, because people not dropping a bag on a car unless, in my neighborhood, unless it's like income tax season or they get that refund check from college. You know what I'm saying? If they not getting a lump sum of money from somewhere, they not cashing out on no car. They try and get a car with no money down, or they try and cash out on a car for like $2,000, $2,500 at most. You know what I'm saying? So that's the market I got into. And that was the first time I would say that, like, I was seeing some money. You mean like I probably saved up probably like 20 grand, 20, 30 grand from selling cars. But when credit came into play, it knocked everything else out. You know what I'm saying? But that was like my entrepreneurial journey, like from the streets to leading up to like now in a sense. I feel like I just been running and running, like talking. You mean? I'm gonna give myself a break.
Nah, you good, man.
Yeah, right. I just did a run on sentence.
No, you good.
You good, man.
So, what was like your paradigm? Like, what clicked? Like, what clicked for you? Like, what was like that pivotal moment where like it was like your aha moment?
Yeah, where everything shifted to.
Yeah, where everything shifted.
Yeah.
Was it the credit card or was it?
I don't know. I had a lot of aha moments. My first aha moment is just like I would say my son, you feel me, and being on the run, like that was the first jump, mind shift. Then after that, it was like the Haitian CEO and big business drum. Well, the big business drum first to get me like, oh, all right, this entrepreneur stuff is where it's at. And then when he brought Haitian CEO on the platform, it's like, oh, all right, bet this credit stuff where it's at. I didn't get the bag. But then that's when aha moment after that was I would say when I finally repaired my credit and got my negative items off my credit report. Because I was trying, do it all the different ways, they telling you how to do it on like Haitian CEO and everybody else. I'm doing it all the ways they telling me to do it, but it's just not working. Mm-hmm. So
what was your credit score at the time?
Probably like 4 or something. Because
of student loans or you had like?
Yeah, it was just because the student loans. Like that's the only thing I had on my credit report at the time was student loans and inquiries probably. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I just know the main thing was the student loans. But once I figured out how to remove those student loans off my credit report, it was up after that. Like I'm like, damn, like I finally could start building my credit. Like I finally could start getting like a couple credit cards on my own. I mean, I ain't gotta keep using my son mom credit, even though she letting me use it, it's like, how that's a burnout for real. Like that's on the back of her head. This nigga using my credit. My fault.
No, you good.
Oh, well, I ain't know. Yeah, but girls, y'all don't be wanting to help y'all men out. You feel me? Let them use the credit cards. Don't let them get the crib in your name. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Put you on child, all that. Yeah, but I'm grateful for the stuff that been done for me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to use the credit cards, so that was useful.
What was your first credit card?
My first credit card was a Capital One. Platinum secured. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that to nobody as their first credit card.
Is the interest?
No, they don't want secure.
No, I don't even recommend secured credit cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like.
You had to put money down?
Yeah, I had to put money down and get that credit card. Like, now what I tell somebody to do is, it's like, after you done getting your credit repaired, I'll tell them like to add these primary trade lines to their report, like Credit Strong, Kickoff, Self, Rent Reporters, Rental Karma. Once these trade lines hit your credit report, then that's when I tell you like get inside Navy Federal. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when once you get inside Navy Federal, I'll just tell you the relationship banking deposit like $50 in your checking, $50 in your saving. And then that's when our first credit card we apply for is going to be Navy Federal, because they, it's a possibility that they could give us, that $25,000. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a $2,500 credit card or higher. And once we get that $2,500 credit card or higher, it's going to be easier for us to get the bag from other banks. You know what I'm saying? So rather than you going to Capital One, you going to Capital One getting a secured credit card, it's like you're going to have a low limit. That's a con. And not only is that a con, you're going to get an inquiry on every credit bureau. You know what I'm saying? If I go to Navy Federal, I'm getting 1 inquiry on TransUnion. I'm still going to have 0 on Equifax Experian. But if I go to Capital One, I'm going to have 1 inquiry on all 3 for that 1 credit card. So, I just tell people to, instead of, putting the money down to get the credit card, put this money through these primaries, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get it all back once we apply for our first credit card with Navy. And then that's when we, start our journey from that point.
What was the position you was playing in football?
Running back.
Running back?
Yeah, played running back.
Was that the goal to make it to the NFL?
Yeah. That was definitely the goal, to make it to the NFL. I had a good senior year. Like, I went to a good high school for football. Like, my high school probably was the best in the city for a long time. Like, I don't think nobody history meets up with my high school. Like, I went to George Washington High School. I think they corny now, I think, but but it's like the history in the school is like, it's like you can't catch up to that. You feel me? Like, it's years in. But so basically the reason why I'm saying that is because I ain't played football until my 12th grade year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had played JV, I played Pop Warning probably to like 10th grade, and then 11th grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's time to play high school football. So, but it was some nigga named Hot. He was super nice. He could have went to the league, but your environment, bad grades, the streets and all that stuff. He ain't had an opportunity to go to college and play football. So, that went downhill. But yeah, football, that was the plan, to go to the league. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's plans, go to the NFL. Like, I feel as though my business called Dreams into Reality, right? I feel as though at a young age, we all have dreams. You get what I'm saying? We got dreams to be doctors, lawyers, astronauts, NFL players, football players, whatever. All these different dreams. But then that's when, as you get older, life start to hit you. And then all them dreams get like washed out the window, and you start to, get in your reality. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, it's like you got bills to pay, you got to eat, you got to survive. So it's like you start to get complacent. Once you find like a little job or a little sense of security, it's like you stuck right here because you don't want to go back to, scrambling and try and figure it out. It's like, bet I'm just going to stay right here. I'm secure. I'm safe. But then that's when the thing is, you stop dreaming. So my business is called Dreams into Reality because I feel as though, young or old, you should never stop dreaming. You should never stop chasing your dreams, chasing your goals. Like, it should all, like my mentor, Runway Billionaire, he always tell me, like, ask your friends and family around you, what's their goals? And, some people, you will really knock them off the square, like, with that question, because they'd be like, I don't know, I don't have no goals. And it's like, if you ain't got no goals, I don't want to be around you. I don't care if the goal is to take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you should have some type of goal to be a better human being all the way around the board. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to be better at nothing. It's like, no, I don't need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my business called Dreams in Reality because I feel as though, like, everybody should always be dreaming at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not dreaming, how is you becoming better? You know what I'm saying? So.
Can you talk about when you was on a run? Like, when you ran up that mill?
So
how did that come about?
Yeah, so how that came about is providing a need-based service, like which is credit repair. Once I removed my student loans off my credit report, my son mom, shout out to her again, P.S. Milan, it's like she pushed me to start my credit repair business, like, cause it's like I've been active on Instagram, like content is where it's at. Marketing is where it's at. Because it's like I said, they brainwashed. Whatever I'm doing, that's what they labeling me as. So it's like when I'm selling cars, he sell cars. Oh, he's wholesaling, he the real estate boy. It's like anything you put in front of their face, you got them. So I was already, in their face, showing them my journey. I'm showing them that, I'm watching YouTube right now. Like, even in my learning phases, most people not going to show you they learning phase. Like, when people become entrepreneur, they try to get right to selling you, try and make some money. It's like, I didn't care about selling people. Like, that wasn't my whole MO. Like, my whole thing is just to show you, like, this is what I'm on. I'm on some different stuff. Like, I'm just showing you my life. You know what I'm saying? So, by me being active on Instagram, showing them that I'm learning, showing them that I'm wholesaling, showing them, like, I'm not trying to teach y'all, I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. And by me showing people what I'm doing, like, people was just naturally, like, wanting to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Like, even right now, I'm not teaching right now because I'm focused on me. But when I'm focused on me, it's like you become less accessible, and by you becoming less accessible, that increase your value as well. You know what I'm saying? So right, that's what I'm on right now, is just not making myself accessible to people, and it's like I got some new stuff going on. So it's like every time you got some new stuff going on, everybody want to tap in, everybody calling my phone right now. Yo, Derek, I see. No, I'm cool. Cause listen, right? How I was able to make that mill in a run is because I figured out how to repair credit different from anybody else that was repairing credit. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest people that you could think of in this industry, you know, most likely learned credit from me. You know what I'm saying? I strongly believe that, right? And the reason why I believe this is because, like I said, at the time, everybody was sending in letters. And I figured out how to repair credit online using these two resources, the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission, and then the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So basically, when I started doing that, like my first, like I told you, when I fixed my credit by doing that, my son mom, I shouted her out because she pushed me to start my credit repair business. But I didn't want to start it because I only fixed my credit. It's like I'm not confident enough. I need to fix his credit, so I could, you know, be for sure that this worked. But she in my area, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, all right, I'm gonna start it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't seem like the argument.
Yeah,
like you argue a lot.
No, I it depends if it's worth arguing. If it's worth arguing, I might. And it like that's the only person I probably could see myself arguing with. Yeah, like anybody else, it's like definitely no. Like, I ain't got time to be arguing, especially like with nobody. It's just like probably my mom or my son mom probably get me to that point. But even that, like at the space I'm at now, I'm cool off them too. Like I ain't arguing with y'all. Like I'm just I'm in my own world. But shout out to her because she pushed me to start this credit repair business. He like they niggas.
Gotta keep on shouting.
Shout out to PS Milan, man. Let's go.
You got to, man. You don't want to.
But yeah, she pushed me to start the credit business, and you know, I'm happy that she did because like the first month I was nervous as hell taking these people money, but first month it did $3,500, and then that's when it's all profit because all you need is a laptop and Wi-Fi. Like people be like, oh, I don't want to do credit repair. Well, I didn't think I would be doing credit repair, but I like money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As far as overhead and profit and gross and net and all them numbers and keywords, the math was mathing. So it's like, oh, all right, bet. Let's get it popping. Mm-hmm. So first month did 3,500, 4,000, something like that. Next month did 7,000, and then the third month we at 15,000. And like it's crazy because before I started this credit business, I was at Runway Billionaire vision board class. And I was like, you know, Runway had a vision board class, and then in front of my vision board, I put that I wanted to make $20,000 realistically. And then on the back of the vision board, I wanted to make $100,000 unrealistically. And at the time, I'm wholesaling. I got $0 to my name. 4 months later, like I'm making $35,000 a month. At 22, only 4 months later. Like I said, the first month we made 3,500, second month we made 7,000, third month we made 15,000, and then the fourth month. And the reason why I feel as though Dear CEO became Dear CEO because of this connection right here. I gotta say shout out to Haitian CEO, right? Me and Haitian CEO, we partner, and you know, he let me do his clients for him. And he was paying me $5,000 a week for a nice, like a nice period of time. I would say Haitian CEO had to pay me. Like he mad. He see this right now. He like, damn, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. It's just they need to hear this. So Haitian CEO probably paid me like
that's a lot of bread to pay. So you gotta be good to get that kind of bread per week.
No, facts. Haitian CEO probably paid me like six figures, like at least 100,000. So he probably paid me like 20,000 probably for like I said, like 4 or 5 months. So it's like, you mean that plus on top of the money that I was already making. So, and like, not only is he paying me, not only is he paying me $5,000 a week for a nice, you know, a couple months, but we had a class together as well. And this class that we had, you know, like this is I would say the education game started to kick off, because before a lot of people wasn't educating like, but now that's like the thing now, like courses and mentorships and classes, like, but at the time, you know, all this stuff was like, no. So we had a class and we made $50,000. This was my first class and his first class, I believe. We did $50,000, or no, did we do 50? I think we did $100,000 because he sent me 50. I made 50 up the class. So I think we did $100,000 if I'm not mistaken. Anywhere between 50 to 100. I think it was 100 though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I made 50 from that class on top of, you mean, the 5,000 he been paying me every week. So that was like a nice lump sum of money from him. Not only that, I was able to get on his platform as well. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate Haitian CEO for that. But then that's when, you know, Haitian CEO, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like he a part of like Recession Proof with like him 500 and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got a big platform. Like I'm like, a lot of people be thinking I'm in Recession Proof and stuff like that. And I fuck with him 500, like everything he got going on. He definitely like motivation, inspiration. He probably doing it better than anybody doing this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So definitely give flowers to bro. But like I had went to a conference in Atlanta before, and him 500, like he on the stage, and he like, yeah, Dare CEO. I'm like, damn, like I don't know, like we don't know each other, you feel me? I'm like, damn, why he shouting my name out or whatever? But you just never know what conversations is being held inside of rooms when you not there. You get what I'm saying? Like how you said Runway said something about me, or you know, Big Business said something about me. You get what I'm saying? It's like you never know what people are saying about you behind closed doors, whether it's good or bad.
BR said he learned the most from you and everybody.
Yeah, so like shout out to BR, he in Houston, he killing it. You know what I'm saying? BR, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? He was with me. Like I had jury or whatever. I don't know if he told you, but he came down Miami. Me and Hod the Billionaire, we had a class. That's why I'm saying, like, being an entrepreneur, especially coming from where I come from, it'd be so easy, like, to make bread. Like me and Hod the Billionaire, that's another king, you know, entrepreneur in the credit space, real estate space, young king, killing it. And me and him, we had a class in Miami on a yacht, and I would say we probably made like $20,000 with this class, and we put it together and marketed probably for like say what's the day today?
28.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
We get together on Saturday and be like, yo, bro, let's do this class. And then that's when we had a class on like Thursday, and it's like we done made $20,000 or whatever, and it's like, damn, just that fast, like only in a couple days we just came up with an idea real quick, set up the funnels, start marketing, text blast is up. You know what I'm saying? But BR came down to that class, and after me just being so genuine, it's just like, I don't do this no more, but like I'm still genuine, but like after the class, I could have just went home to my family, you know what I'm saying, and called it a day. But, you know, I'm like, no, we out, you know what I'm saying? Took them out to eat, you mean, get some, it was like BR birthday or something, you mean, drink, you just turned 21, you mean, so we having a good time. We end up going to the beach, like after we go out, like, you know, the beach is dark as hell out there at nighttime. So we go to the beach, we take all our stuff off, we get in the water and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When we get out the water, all our stuff going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I done lost my chain, my watch, my phone, my car keys, everything. I'm sick out there. I'm running around trying to figure this shit out. And then that's when I finally like, man, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no finding that. It's somebody got it. But you mean BR definitely cool though. I mess with BR. Yeah.
Nah, I'm listening about this credit. I want to know how to get child support off your credit, man. That's what I need. I need that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you know, the FTC and the CFPB, that's what changed my life. One thing I will say is that things are different now. Like when I was doing credit, you know, 3-4 years ago, I was probably like, it was like, because basically how credit work is, it's like, if everybody doing something, it's gonna get oversaturated, and then that's when they gonna catch on, and then they basically gonna start blocking your disputes out due to it seem like it's a third party, trying to send this dispute out. They looking at, even if it is you, but it's that letter template, you know what I'm saying, that same formula that you kicking out to them, it been done thousands of times. So their system is picking up that, it's a third party that's, sending out this dispute on your behalf. So they'll instantly, close your complaint out. So it's all these different new ways how to fix credit, with like consumer law, Metro 2 compliance, these backdoor methods and stuff like that. But
Metro, you just said, I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I never heard of it like until recently neither.
Recently, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's all this new stuff. But me being like I'm in school, bro, what's the answers to the test? Like, you give me the answers, you feel me? So once I learned FTC, CFPB, it was like, and it was working for me, it's like, why fix something that ain't broken, you feel me? So it's like, I was just, BR coming to, anybody that come in my mentorship is like, I'm teaching you FTC and CFPB. It's like, I don't freeze secondary agencies like LexisNexis, Sage Stream, Innovis, CoreLogic. I ain't do none of that. All I did was do FTC and use the affidavit as my letter, and then use the CFPB as my mailing service, like the post office. So I sent in that affidavit to the CFPB, and my stuff was off in 4 days, because basically what you're doing is you saying that this account isn't mine, and it's basically identity theft. So basically it's a consumer law that states, I don't know the exact like code, but it's a consumer law that states that if you are, reporting an account as identity theft, they have 4 business days to remove it off your credit report. So at the time when I was doing it, and it was coming off in 4 days, I ain't know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, all right, bet. It's coming off in 4 days, bet. I'm lit. But then that's when now in 2023, late 2022, is all this consumer law, people talking about Metro 2 compliance. And I've seen the law that state, I'm like, okay, that's why when I was doing the FTC, FEB, it was coming off 4 days, you know what I'm saying, because of this law right here. So that's all the gems that I could give you right now is the FTC and CFPB. And the reason why I say this, right, I'm gonna tell y'all, there's nothing wrong with educating people, like, but I lived and I learned, and I ain't gonna say I regret it, but it's just like when you sit here and like, say you learn some stuff or you invent some stuff, right? And you sit here and teach somebody how to do it, you now lowered your value. You know what I'm saying? Like Tesla is not out here teaching people how to make Teslas. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. That's a smart decision. But people, even like myself, we had a mindset like, oh, that's nutty. You don't want to put people on. You don't want to teach people the game and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It's just like, we always hear that the rich people want to keep you poor. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, so it's just like,
for that knowledge.
So it's just like, but even paying for it, it's like, it ain't even worth selling. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you making them your competition after you?
No, I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't teach because of that. You know what I'm saying? I never was that person. But the reason why I feel as though I wouldn't teach, because it just don't make no sense far as like the market. Like, in all reality, I wasn't thinking that I'm creating competition, but in all reality, yeah, you was creating competition. You creating competition, you know what I'm saying? People taking money out of your pockets and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, I made a lot of money off of educating people, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't get no flowers for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people not, oh yeah, Darren, my mentor.
I feel like they giving you your flowers.
Some people.
I heard your name a couple of times.
Some people. You know what I'm saying? But like, they be doing people dirty. Like the only time people give flowers if it's beneficial.
Or when they did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's either when they did or it's beneficial. Like everybody gonna give him 500 as flowers. You know why? Because he got a big platform in my city. What we call it is like, I don't like using this word because it's like, it ain't nothing wrong with showing love, but it's just like, people really only be showing love because they be looking for something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you looking for something out of it, I use the word like you dicky. You feel me? That's what the word we use from my city. So it's like me, I genuinely show somebody love and I'm not looking for nothing in return. You get what I'm saying? But people will be looking for something in return, and if they not getting something in return, they feel as though that I ain't gotta show that person love. So it's just like that's what I don't be messing with. Like in this entrepreneurial field, it's like everybody like me coming from the world I come from, it's like it's grimy, it's gritty, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm expecting this type of stuff to happen. But it's like when you come to entrepreneurship, I'm thinking that like, you know, everybody is like positive energy, good vibes, everybody wanna see each other win. But it really don't be like that. It be like, you know, envious stuff going on, competition stuff going on. So it's like my gym to everybody that's watching this is like, if you learn something and if you invent something, it's just like, you gotta be careful, you know, if about giving it out, because the smartest people in the world is not that smart to give it out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you giving it out is you devaluing the situation with everything. You know what I'm saying? You got a girlfriend at home, she yours. You give her to somebody else, she devalued in your eyes, right? You feel me? So it's just like with anything, the smartest people in the world, they not giving out their information. So I wouldn't give it out if I was you neither.
How was the student loan doctor event? I seen you was in that.
No, a student loan doctor event, that was lit. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's a great person. You know, I appreciate everybody that allows me to come in front of their audience and let them know who I am. You get what I'm saying? You know, so that was like an amazing event. Then it's like that was my like I told you in the car when we was on our way here. This year I'm just focusing on like traveling and investing. So it was just like, you know, that was a good, you know, traveling opportunity, you know, and go there for business. Like the old me, I would have been out Miami. Like after that class was over, like my man Jahai, he turned right now. Like I lived through him. Like, you know, he be out at the clubs, partying with the girls. He living his life. And it's like, the old me, I'd have indulged right in that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't really care about that stuff right now.
What's keeping you focused?
I don't know what's keeping me focused, but I would just say like I've been through stuff that's like, you know, I just lived and learned from it, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that's keeping me focused, the stuff that I've been through. I ain't trying to keep going through that same stuff, you know what I'm saying? But some gems though, real quick. Like I said, get them child support off, the FTC and CFPB for sure. You know what I'm saying? But if you having problems, the best thing for you to do is to tap in with me.
Yeah, hit you up. I already know it.
$300. Like
I got it off of TransUnion. I still could just Equifax and Experian all at once.
Like
and after that, I'm good money, man. I ain't got nothing else on my credit.
Y'all seen Paid in Full?
Yeah.
So
I was gonna ask you about Paid in Full too.
Yeah, so that's my favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? My guy Ace Boogie.
Ace Boogie. We were talking about that the other day. We
That's
was at
my
one of his
guy
property.
right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, Runway Billionaire.
Let me ask you a question about Ace. You think he snitched or no?
Yeah, he snitched for sure.
Okay.
How'd he snitch? Though?
When they robbed him,
he didn't say nothing on stand though.
When they robbed him though.
But he knew them were feds though.
They asked him who did this to you, and he told them.
When? What part of the movie?
No, in real life, he told him, and in the movie.
Yeah, and in the movie for sure.
Man, I might have to look at this again. I don't remember that.
You set me up with some cops. That's you snitching.
Cause old boy was trying to kill him, man. He done killed his partner. He trying to kill him.
Then. Cause the street rules is like you gotta kill him.
Yeah, cause he was like,
he wasn't no street dude, man. He worked at the cleaner.
They was like, who did?
he was George Jefferson. He wasn't really a street dude.
They was like, who did this to
George Jefferson selling crack.
See, that's the problem, man. It's just like once you indulge yourself in that, it's over. That's what you want.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But that don't matter nowadays. Everybody telling on everybody now, so it don't even matter.
But you know what's crazy? Like everybody using that. Everybody trying to want to be Ace in, but it's like, you know.
But you're right.
Everybody telling on everybody.
Everybody Ace Boogie. Everybody Ace Boogie with the hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
No, Ace Boogie because he like everybody got something that you can learn from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though Ace Boogie right, he got some stuff you can learn from it. You feel me? Like me, I'm not a hater. You get what I'm saying? Like, I had fallouts with certain entrepreneurs, you get what I'm saying? But it's just like, I would not, like, they really be haters. Like, they have blocked me. But it's like, you going to see me. I'm on the podcast right now with you going to see me. So it's like, I don't know how you can hate somebody. Like, I could have a fallout with somebody, and it's like,
you still gonna show
I'm
love?
I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you see the bull over there? Like, we don't fuck with him, but like, he on some shit. Like, I'm not gonna be like, bro, bull, he swear he get money. Like, no, nigga really get money for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how people be hating and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody you can learn something from. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody I'm giving they flowers from. I see the good in everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that used to be like my problem in a bad way, because it's like, if you don't harm me physically or nobody around me physically, I could forgive you. You feel me? And we could be like cool. But it's like now it's like, no, you mean like, my homies, they be seeing stuff from people for what it is, and I'll be like, how you gonna say that about that person? They ain't do nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up doing something. It's like, damn, how y'all know that? They got superpowers that I ain't got. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, I just listen to my friends, and I just, be in my own little world now. But like I said, some gems. FTC, CFPB. You could get that off, or you could tap in with me for $300, and that's when I bring up paid in full, because Ace Boogie is like
I probably just tap in.
I feel as though Runway.
I ain't trying to write no letters to nobody.
Yeah, Runway, kind of put me on this method a little bit, but selling low ticket. You know what I'm saying? You selling low ticket and got the best product. You know what I'm saying? It's going to sell itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, credit repair at $300. It does very well. And that's how I've been doing stuff. So like, I'm gonna just be transparent with y'all for a moment. It's like, as far as numbers, Runway also tried to get me on subscription base. Like, get my clients to pay me like $99 a month.
I was just about to ask you that.
Get X amount of clients.
Is it a flat rate or is it?
Flat rate of $300. And I get the philosophy of it. Netflix, they got X amount of people paying them the $8 or however much they subscription costs. It's like, if I get 1,000 people paying $100 a month, I'm making X amount of money. So it's like every month, and because credit repair is not like just an in and out situation. So it's like you gonna have to be working for these people for some months. So it made sense, but this is where things went left at. Credit repair is my main stream of income, right? And I don't make no less than $30,000 a month doing credit repair. So when I switched to, before I used to charge like $500 a month for credit repair, but when I switched to doing it $99 a month, it's just, you gotta think of it. If I close 3 people today at $500, I made $1,500. If I close 3 people today at $100, I made $300. So my business went from making $30,000 minimum to making $5,000 to $10,000 a month. But I can't afford that. You get what I'm saying? As far as like business expenses and personal expenses, like I was like drowning, like over, upside down. So, I did that for a couple months, trying like stick it out, stay strong, build up the $99 a month portfolio. But, I'm like, no, I can't do this. So I switched it back. But when I came back, I just came back at $300, and it went right back up. Like first month back at $300, it did probably like 60 bands. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm just back at the 300, just pushing that, because that's what's working. Bringing in that capital so I could ultimately invest. But so some gems is, that was some gems right there. If you courted, low ticket, hop in the credit industry, all you need is laptop and Wi-Fi. If you're going to do it yourself, FTC, CFPB, you can get the job done and, branch off from that. But like I said, at Runway Vision Board class, 4 months later, I was making the money, and, I went to Runway 4 months later, making $35,000, and I was like, yo, bro, I'm hyped to tell him, because it's like, I was just making $0, you feel me? And like at the Vision Board, I'm making this. So I was hyped to tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm making $35,000 a month. And he looked at me with a straight face and said, that's all you making? I'm like, what you mean that's all I'm making? Like to be all the way real, runway, you watching this, like, I don't know if bro was making $35,000 a month, you get what I'm saying? It's possibly he was, you get what I'm saying? He's a runway billionaire, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, that's shit really not average. And it'd be even more crazier to me if he wasn't making $35,000 a month. But that statement changed my life. You know what I'm saying? He broke it down to me. He like, Dare, like, I say that's all you making because it's like, you doing everything yourself. He like, bro, you ain't got no team. You ain't got no marketing. You ain't got no automation and system. And once he told me that and I educated myself on marketing, team, automation and system, took my business to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if y'all want to get a team, you know, I go to onlinejobs.ph, you know, to hire virtual assistants in the Philippines. You know, my employees, I pay them $100 a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's $400 in a month. Here in the US, that you work at McDonald's or something, that's probably a week worth of check. They probably get more than that at McDonald's working a week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what minimum wage is now, but it's like, you know, they work very hard being that they from a third world country, one, you know what I'm saying? Because they look at us, you know, as the American dream, you know what I'm saying? So they working hard to try to get over here, you know, and obtain certain things. So they got the work ethic, and you winning because they got the work ethic. They gonna work harder than your family members and friends, right? That's not qualified to work for you. So they gonna work hard, and you know, you getting them at a cheaper rate than, you know, you hiring a US employee. We expensive and we lazy. So onlinejobs.ph is where I get my team from. You know, you can go to onlinejobs.ph for multiple different things. You know, for credit repair specialists, if you want them to make websites, flyers, so ads, social media management. It's so many different things that they could do. You know, you just gotta look at their resume, type it in, what you're looking for, and most likely you can find somebody in the Philippines that know how to get it done. So that's what you could do as far as your team. Next thing, marketing, influencers, podcasters, getting on other people's platforms, being strategic, being intentional. So like my first, you know, intentional marketing campaign that I did was a pull up on the block campaign. And this is how I like basically lock Haitian CEO in. You know, I basically pull up on a block that, you know, the blocks that I was selling drugs on, trapping on, and I pulled up with my whiteboard. And I was basically teaching them the same thing that changed my life that Haitian CEO taught on Instagram. All you need is a 680 credit score. These is the 5 credit factors. This is how you build your credit. This is how you get your first credit card. All the basic information. I'm pulling up on blocks teaching them this, right? And they just giving me the respect because, you know, I was just out there, you know, just like them. And, you know, I'm trying to put them on game. So they listening to me, but, you know, it's going through one ear and out the other because it's just like, I ain't grabbed no watch off of it yet, no chain. I ain't flexing. They not seeing the benefits. So they just listening, but it's really going through one ear and out the other. But now shit in motion, they lit. They like trying to be on my line, but it ain't that no more. You know what I'm saying? You should have been listening at the time. Now you gotta pay me. But Haitian C, the marketing gem that I want y'all to catch in this is that y'all gotta learn how to think outside the box. Like him 500, I respect him because he think outside the box than everybody else. Like anybody could get on Instagram and shoot a reel and do that. Like that's free to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody could do that. It don't cost no money for you to pull your phone out. Yeah, it take, you know, some type of skill set and technique for you to create a reel to make it go viral, but it's free to do, right? The shit that him 500 doing, y'all don't got the money to do. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't got the money to bring Magic Johnson or Grant Cardone or Meek Mills. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it take money to really take your business to the next level as far as marketing. Like influencers, you know, getting on different people's platforms and stuff like that. Or just being creative like how I was when I did a pull up on a block campaign. It's like, who the hell was pulling up on blocks? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's catching your attention right there, that nobody is pulling up on blocks, you know, teaching them this information. Then not only that, it's like I'm young, you know, I use my age as advantage as well. It's like, it's not average that a young person is doing what I'm doing. Then not only that, I'm a lot of people don't give people their flowers. So it's like every time I'm pulling up on a block, you know, being young in this drug, you know, crime neighborhood, crime community, I'm teaching them about the stuff Haitian CEO taught me, and I'm shouting Haitian CEO out every time. You mean his name on at the bottom of my whiteboard? Like after I'm done teaching them, yo, that's where I learned the information from right here. Go tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm pulling up on the block, I'm like this with my whiteboard, but I'm tagging Haitian CEO. So it's like, once Haitian CEOs finally see it, it's like I'm being annoying. I'm tagging the hell out of him every day. Annoying as hell. But it's like, eventually when he see one of these videos, he gonna be like, damn, this young guy promoting my business. Not only am I promoting his business, he young and he pulling up on these blocks. Like, he crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta be some type of crazy, right? You know, Wallow, he coming home, everybody looking at him like he retarded, crazy, this, that, and the third. Now they see Wallow got that check, that's what, 60 million, 100 million, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, false or whatever, is out there and people believe it. And it's just like, now people wondering, like, you know, trying to tap in and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, people, it's okay for you to be weird or crazy or looked at as different, because different is good. You know what I'm saying? When you different, that's how, when you not like everybody else, like, I don't know, bro. It's just like a lot of impactful shit that I see as far as the FTC, CFPB, or even me coming on here saying, yo, it's Dear CEO, 22-year entrepreneur. It's like a lot of my students come on and say the same thing. Like, you know, they name would be, you know, whatever CEO, or they'll come on and say, you know, it's 22 years, because they get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the marketing aspect of the age, you get what I'm saying? This is everything I teach in my mentorship, you know what I'm saying? Like, marketing is really like the key, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, team, onlinejobs.ph, they're marketing, influencers, you know, pay influencers, get on many platforms as possible. I don't care if you got to pay your way or, you know, you do it for free, you know what I'm saying? But get on these different platforms, because in front of this audience is one person that could possibly, you know, relate to me, you know, connect with me, and now they tapped in with me and buying something from me or just following me, right? Or, you know, it might be 1,000 people, you know what I'm saying? But I don't care if it's 1 or 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Just get in front of there. You just want to keep on building that platform up every single day by getting on other people's platforms, you know, Nike. Just think of the big, like I tell people all the time, the best mentors out here is the big companies. You know, watch Tesla, watch Amazon, watch Nike, watch Pepsi, watch Doritos, figure out who the best companies is in your niche or just in general, and figure out what they doing to be the best, right? You know, Pepsi, Doritos, they pay the Super Bowl every year, right? Why? Because it's the number one watch shows at the time, right? So it's like, that's all you want to do. Be like Nike, pay LeBron, you know, pay Lil Baby, pay these top tier people if you can afford them. But if you can't, start off small. Like I pay people in my city like Funny Boy Quills, you know what I mean? I pay people like Tiz215, you know what I'm saying? Yo Chubbs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you mean I pay these people because they in my budget range right now for me to afford them, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, start low and just build your way up. And then the last thing is automation and systems. So it's like I use this system called Lead Dragon, the link in my bio if you want to, you know, get this software as well. But, you know, I'm going to give y'all the real gems. It's like, yeah, I use Lead Dragon, but all Lead Dragon did was white label, go high level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could go high level and you could become Lead Dragon, or you could just, you know, mess with Lead Dragon. Because one thing that I like, if you go high level, you basically on your own. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's cheaper and everything. But if you go with Lead Dragon, yeah, you paying more, but you got certain benefits like, you know, customer service, you know, onboarding calls, training that they can help you with, and different stuff like that. Then it's like with Go High Level, you may not know how to operate it and add little different tools to the system. You know what I'm saying? With Lead Dragon, they add all these different tools and stuff for you. So with the resource Lead Dragon or Go High Level, marketing, influencers, and getting on different platforms, and team, you know, I was able to go out here and basically, you know, hit that unrealistic goal as far as the $100,000 in a month. You know what I'm saying? So the best day I ever had so far as an entrepreneur is 250,000. Like me, Runway, and Newt, we made 250. We basically funded $3 million in a day. You know what I'm saying? So by us funding that $3 million, we basically got 10% of that. You know what I'm saying? And then just broke it down 3 ways. So I would say like funding is where the bag at. You know what I'm saying? Haitian CEO gets that. You know what I'm saying? Like if hopefully y'all get it too, or if not, I'm putting y'all on game right now. Everybody wants to start a credit repair company. Yeah, it's money in it. But funding, that's where the bag at. You know what I'm saying? You want to get the bag, learn how to fund people. Like Haitian CEO, he told me, he said, you want to become a millionaire there? Figure out how you can make people thousandaires. You want to become a billionaire? Figure out how you can make people millionaires. It's like everybody want money. So it's like if I could help you get the money, you going to come to me, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Bro want the child support off so he could go get to the money. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you can help somebody get to the money, you going to get to the money every day. So funding, that's where it's at. You get somebody $3 million, you charge 10% of that. It's $300,000. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the real bag at.
I see. I like one question. Would you be mad if your son didn't want to be an entrepreneur? He just wanted a job.
No, I wouldn't be mad. That'd be crazy though, but I wouldn't be mad though. Nah.
You got any more questions?
No, man. He said everything. I was about to ask, and he was just gone. I was about to ask.
I was about to ask
you answered every question I had just talking, man.
I was about to ask you what was your biggest day, and then you
he said it. He said everything, man.
Yeah, man. Just it's like with this entrepreneur stuff, you never could get everything out. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to get everything out. But, the main things that I get out, man, is just start your credit business, or just start in general. Get started, you know what I'm saying? Because I could sit here today and say, I'm 4 years in. Why? Because I got started 4 years ago. So it's like, one, I say get started. And then two, it's just like, it's literally 90% mindset and 10% skill set. Like, you really got to be mentally strong to realize that I'm never going to quit. You know what I'm saying? And don't be focused on the money. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the journey, focus on the grind, and then you're going to have unexpected situations like Haitian CEO telling you to come to him, and now he paying you $5,000 a week. It's like, that wasn't, something that I could guarantee. You feel me? It's just by me being locked in and consistent, and, I create my opportunities. Opportunities get created. So, I say get started, make sure that you really locked in, because people be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They don't really be locked in for real. Like when I said I'm not selling drugs no more, like I'm not selling drugs no more, like, and that was that. I just, once I'm locked, like people say, oh, I'm going to stop smoking. And they done said that 4 days straight. Like, that's cool. I'm going to start. People's favorite thing to do is, it's Saturday, right? They'll say, I'm gonna start Monday, fresh week. It's like, bro, you can start now. You feel me? It's just like you Monday gonna get here, you going bullshit. Then next thing you know, it's Thursday, and you like, I'm gonna start Monday again. And then you just keep doing that and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta be locked in. And I don't know what could get you locked in. I tell people all the time, you gotta turn that switch on inside of you. You feel me? Like I got family members and friends that is not as successful as complete strangers that I know, that I taught. It's like, damn, y'all let a stranger that I taught outwork y'all? That's crazy to me. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that stranger, switch on. Y'all switch inside of y'all not ready yet. Y'all don't really want it. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope and pray one day that it do turn on. But if not, I got myself out of the mind of everybody could be an entrepreneur. You mean? Because you would stress yourself out with that right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I love people for, whoever they are. Like I said, if my son don't want to be an entrepreneur, that's fine. If he don't want to play sports, that's fine. I have another kid. It's like, I love you, man. But no, I definitely want my son to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want him to play football or basketball, something, soccer. I don't care.
You cool with basketball?
Huh?
You cool with basketball?
Yeah, I don't care what sport he play. He can play baseball for all.
Baseball cool too?
Yeah.
Baseball where it's at.
Yeah,
man.
I played all sports. I played soccer, baseball, football, basketball. I played everything.
I'm going to ask you an either or question. You got any more questions?
No, man, he covered everything. I'm just going to tap in. That's it.
I'm going to ask you either or question and we'll be done.
Okay.
Flips or rentals?
Flips or rentals?
Yeah.
As far as real estate?
It could be anything. It could be. It could be.
No, I'm messing with. Well, I gotta say I'm messing with the rentals. You know what I'm saying? Because the rentals is like I got the cash flow coming in and I could sell at any time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like, you know, like my man Newt. You mean, shout out to Newt the entrepreneur, but it's just like he told me all the time it ain't no point in me flipping because I'm gonna get all my money back out when I'm gonna get all my money back when I cash out refinance. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, that's like me flipping right there at the cash out refinance, but I still got the property and they still gonna pay me every month. You know, so yeah, I would definitely do rentals.
Rental property or Airbnb.
You said rental property all day. Y'all know what? Yeah, I'm about to burn these Airbnb people up. Listen. I don't like Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Like my son, mom, she killing it. You feel me? But it's just like at this, like with Airbnb, I feel with real estate too. You gotta have a lot of units. You get what I'm saying? To have that cash flow coming in crazy. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a person that got 1 unit Airbnb and then 1 unit real estate. It's like, yeah, cash flow. You probably making more money than that 1 unit. You get what I'm saying? But equity, you ain't got no equity. You don't own it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's way more benefits. You ain't got no net worth. You ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? That landlord could tell you get out at any given time. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't be liking when the Airbnb people be trying, like, they favorite marketing joint is they be trying to compare themselves to they be trying to like talk down on the landlords and all of that and the people in the real estate. And it's just like, y'all really want to be in the real estate for real. So, you know, man, they just using that as marketing. So don't let the Airbnb people trick you. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a good stream of income, I feel as though. You know what I'm saying? But they just marketing to you. You making it sound good. You know, you want to get into real estate because that's real estate. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be here. Airbnb just got here. And who knows how long it's going to be here. Just like Toro.
Stocks and NFTs.
I don't really know too much about it, but same thing. I would say stocks, that's been around. NFT, that's some new stuff.
Stocks or crypto.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy, I don't know his gram. I think it's like Young CEO. He be into that. We supposed to have a class together on that crypto NFT.
Money or equity?
Money or equity? Probably money.
Money?
Yeah.
2 million followers or rental property?
You said 2 million followers or a rental property? It depends. What type of rental property?
I mean, it could be anything you want it to be. It don't matter.
Because if it's like the John Floyd got, I think it's paying like $300,000 a month or something like that. I'm taking that.
It could be okay.
But I don't know though. 2 million followers, it just depends. Because it's just like you can make a lot of money with 2 million followers for sure. I don't know. That's a hard one.
850 credit score, $1 million.
I'm probably taking that. I ain't gonna lie.
Taking that.
Yeah.
Tour or rental property?
Tour or rental property?
Yeah.
Rental property. And I'm taking an M over the 850 credit score because it's like a lot of people be thinking like just because you got a score, you mean you could go out here and get everything. That's not always true. You get what I'm saying? Just because you got a perfect credit score, that don't mean you could go out here and obtain everything. You know what I'm saying? I just gave my $1 million right now. You know what I'm saying? Rather me having to go apply for it and business credit and that. And
then what they be doing, when you start maxing out your credit cards or getting all these loans, they start lowering your limits.
Yeah, for sure.
So like they don't be saying that.
Yeah. So the credit boy, I'm taking the M. And I'm gonna fix my own credit or do whatever I need to do with my credit while y'all give me my M first. And then that's when I'm gonna go do what I need to do.
Paid in Full or Shotters?
Paid in Full for sure. That's my favorite movie. I ain't gonna lie. I like Shotters too though.
I seen your video on YouTube.
Yeah. Shotters. He said Shotters. Man, it's a good one.
No, that's definitely a good movie.
I got one more. Eagles or the Sixers?
Eagles.
Eagles over the Sixers?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I ain't even peep. You definitely got the jersey on. Okay, in the hat. I ain't even peep. Smart guy right here. You know what I'm saying?
You think they win the Sunday? Eagles?
Yeah, we in it. That's why I made this a day trip. We going to the game.
Oh, y'all on the game? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock, 49ers,
Okay.
Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
The AF, yeah, we gonna win. The AFC game
We'll
gonna be more
see.
exciting though, I think.
You got money on it?
No, I ain't got no money
You
on
gonna
it.
be betting?
I was betting at one point in time. I leveraged my credit in the cash. Betting. I took I put like $500 on Discover off my Discover card. You know what I'm saying? With a sports bet app called Parks, and I probably made like 8,000 off that 500. You know what I'm saying, over time. But then that's when I made the 8,000, and then that's when I start getting ahead of myself. Like, you mean I start betting more? I'm like, man, I'm betting 1,000 on this game. This day money, I don't care. And I lost like $3,000. I said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna cash out this 5. My betting career over.
That's it. We done. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So, all y'all gotta do is follow me at DIR_CEO. You know, if you need late payments removed, your personal information removed, child support, collections, charge-offs, derogatory marks, student loans, medical bills, repossessions, you name it. Anything that's on your credit report that you need removed, we can remove it in 30 to 60 days, guaranteed, right? It's no monthly payments, one-time fee of $300. I don't think you're gonna find nobody else out here with the experience that I have that's gonna fix your credit and for $300 and guarantee you results in 30 to 60 days. So if you don't believe it, you know, just follow me on Instagram and, you know, continue to watch my journey as I show you results. You know, shout out to Haitian CEO. Success has receipts. So, you know, I'm gonna continue to show you guys the receipts and continue to grow my business. So hopefully, you know, you learn to like me, trust me, and know me so you could tap in with me so I can help you turn your dreams into reality. But yeah, we can help you with credit repair, and we can also help you with funding. So we got a play right now where I partner up with my guy Newt the Entrepreneur. So if you want the American Express business platinum card, gold card, plum, or the blue everyday business, DM me on Instagram, Amex, AMEX. Right, as long as you got a 680 credit score, 30% utilization or less, 5 inquiries or less, you know, you possibly qualify. So DM me Amex, fill out the pre-approval, and we'll get you on the phone with our Inside Connect with American Express. It's not an application online. We're going to connect you with the people on the phone at American Express and get you approved instantly with a higher sign-up bonus too. So like the sign-up bonus probably like $60,000 on, or if you go online right now. But when we get you on the phone with our guy, he gonna give you a $250,000 sign-up bonus. So that's equivalent to like $2,500 once you hit it, which is you probably gotta spend X amount of money, like $10,000 in the first 3 months or something like that. Yep. So make sure y'all follow me, y'all. DIR_CEO, 25-year-old entrepreneur.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you,
man.
Let's go get something to eat.
Yes, get it.
Man.